We're on. Hello.
Racine?
We are on.
We're live. Hello.
Live.
Welcome, everyone.
The audio. Just make sure. Yeah, we're good.
To another episode of the Couch Cooperative, where we are continuing through our adventure of the Tyranny of Dragons, the Rise of Tiamat in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. We hope everyone here in the United States had a good Thanksgiving. We just got out of our national holiday of Thanksgiving. It was a good time to spend with family, and a part of that we did want to extend a level of appreciation in the spirit of Thanksgiving to just let our viewers know, whether you're watching us on YouTube or you're watching us live here on Twitch, that we're grateful for you. We're grateful for the support. We're grateful for being along the ride for the journey of the adventure, and we are grateful for those that will carry over with us to our next campaign, which we are still in the works of preparing our next party for. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We don't have any announcements, so we should be good to just jump right in. So, last we left off, after several weeks of us, after several weeks of us having to struggle with Jean-Thal's tower, with what took our adventuring party the span of several hours, took us an in-life month.
Hey, that's all right. Everyone always says it's about the journey.
It is. It's about the journey. It's not...
Wait, we were in there for a month?
Well,
we had 4 episodes.
4 episodes. Yeah.
We had 4 episodes in Jean-Thal's tower.
I thought you meant like...
Yeah, we had 2. We had 2 dealing with the sundial.
How long was
we
it?
We had 1 dealing with Lenathon. It was like 4 hours at most.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's Dungeons & Dragons for you. Where a 10-minute fight will take 3 days, and a 3-day journey will take 10 minutes.
Bro.
Welcome to D&D. Having survived the perils and overcoming the obstacles that lay before you in Jean-Thal's tower, our adventuring party was able to acquire from the dying body of Iskander, the cult defector who was giving you the blue dragon's mask. We were able to acquire that dragon's mask after slaying Lenathon, the adult blue dragon, and making your way through Jean-Thal's tower. Iskander had done the majority of the cleanup work in Jean-Thal's tower. You guys were unable to make it in time to save him. However, acquiring the dragon's mask was ultimately the goal. You guys have acquired it and made the decision after spending the night in the village of Jean-Thal's tower, just on the outside, to begin your journey northward up the Great Peak Mountains, which you guys are on the southern tip of the Great Peak Mountain range, into the location that Einar has marked Hakon Gunt's family, his tribe, his clan to live in. You also were able to acquire a historical account, a book of a Netherese general of one of the many ancient houses of Netheril, a line that existed to this day. His name was Lord General Hazaron of House Orogoth, in which a part of the history of learning about how his military success had led to him being selected by the powers of Netheril, the Netheril Empire, to select him to undergo what is called the Process, a magical ritual that entombed the soul of Hazaron into the blade that he rests in order to allow him to further serve the Empire past what would have been his natural death. He was wielded by a descendant of his, which was recorded in the book. Strangely, seeing as the book was located inside of an ancient archmage's tower by a Resmir of House Orogoth, the Black Worm Speaker, who you guys have slain in order to acquire this blade. Now, how this book has, to some degree, self-writing properties, whatever magic has been imbued into the book and into the process of entombing Hazaron's sword has made it quite apparent that this Netherese empire was quite powerful before its eventual fall and dissolution.
The best.
You guys considered it for a while, what it means and the realities of that in comparison to the blade that Hakon has strapped to his back. Nothing became of it, and nothing further has begun to alter the behavior of Hakon, much to our party's notice. No new behavioral changes have occurred. We begin our adventure today in a bright morning that has been dimmed by a pretty decently thick snowy mist. The crunch of snow with footsteps, heavy booted, begins to walk towards the camp that you all have made from the night previous. You see Einar Wolfson arrive with a stag kind of being pulled among like a sled that he has made out of a series of logs, and brings it up. Some of you guys are in the process of waking up, and you see he recognizes that, kind of looking around and kind of keeping kind of like a quiet nod in everyone's direction. Begins to kind of pull the stag off to the side and start carving it up in order to prepare a meal. It takes several minutes before everyone's fully up, fully awake, fully prepared. What would you guys like to do?
I get up. I'm like, good morning, Einar. And then Nute also gets up and he says, where's my water? And then Nute gets up and immediately grabs a cup of water and starts drinking it down.
I'm gonna go get some food.
And then
Yeah, it's not ready yet.
Can Hakon help him start cutting up the stag?
Yeah.
Does he need help cutting it? I said,
You're an Outlander?
yeah.
Yeah, you can just help him.
I have cooking utensils.
Perfect.
Nice.
Can I help?
You can help prepare the meal when it's... Right now they still have to carve and extract meat out of the stag. It hasn't been cut open yet.
I'll let him cook for
So they're disemboweling it first, and then they're splitting it open, and they're going to start cutting out chunks of meat.
You're getting awfully comfy.
It takes some time. Skinning a deer and acquiring meat from it does take time. So, but you guys are able to do it.
Is there enough skin there to make a fur cloak?
Not a fur cloak, because you would need to, tan.
Darn it.
Stag mask?
No.
No. That'd be weird.
Can I make like a reindeer
But it does have antlers. It does have antlers, right?
Yes.
I'll take the antlers for my bow.
The horns kind of are the ones that kind of, if you think about like those reindeer style horns, where they're kind of parallel to each other in the front, and they arc up and back like a slope.
That's pretty darn cool.
Isn't it
But they're
weird?
spiky, not rounded.
I'm gonna take them. To stag.
Isn't it weird wearing antlers when you have horns yourself, Lux?
I'm not wearing the antlers.
Did you?
I got them.
Yeah, I'm taking them for my ancestral rituals.
How do you know I was thinking about it?
Well, I read it on your face.
I mean, I know they go down the middle. I'm not sure if they'd fit with my horns, but I mean, it's possible.
But isn't that like?
They fit in the middle.
Isn't that like if I was You have a tail, right?
Yeah.
That's
wagon.
That's like if we killed a griffin, you cut its tail off.
That was a griffin.
You know, like those creatures with the eagle head, the lion tail, or the eagle body, lion tail.
Eagle.
Or sorry, I'm getting confused right now. It's a mix of
Like a
combinations.
sphinx?
Sure,
I've
but
heard of those before.
That's like cutting off a lion's tail and wearing it. And then saying... doesn't that just seem a little
I mean,
weird?
that's not exactly the same. It's, I mean, a lot of, like, you see, like, the people of the forest, you know, what are they called? The spellcasters and the fae.
The druids.
The druids.
Yeah.
They,
I've met a couple cool
they wear a
ones.
lot of animal bones as, like, ornate armor and things like that.
Yeah, but they're weird. You don't want to talk to them.
I don't. They're definitely are.
Alright, well, I'll keep that in mind.
As you say that, 7 druids pop out. What did you say?
I told
First
you.
combat,
They always watch
The
you.
bunny over on the side transforms and he goes, "We're what?" It's like the fact that you were hiding and spying on us proves my point. You're a little weird. It's a little sus.
New tape pop song?
No, yeah, you guys are kind of briefly talking and it takes like an hour to
Wait,
have.
last thing I want to ask Einar, how have you been since we've been apart?
No.
No, I mean it's only been a day, but I've been good. I live out here by my own.
Well, we were
Yes,
only
you
at
guys
the-
have been
yeah,
gone
John
for
Paul's.
a day.
It was,
The sundials.
It was,
It felt like
a whole
forever.
day. It was a whole day. It was
No,
only a day.
you guys were separated for about a full day in length.
Did you believe in us?
Was I not supposed to?
No, I just wanted...
What happened?
We were stuck in a maze.
Trickery.
Magic.
Ah,
Strong wizardry.
No false time.
gotta keep your wits about you. Doesn't help. Part of the hunt is learning the rules of the hunt. Part of that is learning how to navigate.
Well, if you ever need to get inside that tower, just remember, if you fly over the maze, you never have to go in it in the first place.
I'll remember that. It sounds like this is something that you learned
Too late.
too late.
Very, very much so.
Right. Well, you know, they say hindsight has perfect sight.
Has a true sight, or what do they say? True dark vision. Is that what the those elves call it?
I wouldn't know. I can't see in the dark.
New tape button. He was. What elves are you talking about?
You know
Your elves.
the dark ones.
Oh,
No.
those elves. No, I haven't seen a lot of drow in my time. They're not really around in this area.
New tape's a high elf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he's fucking blasted.
Who?
He's a high elf. Oh, it's just
Dang. No, that's not what it means.
Not at all.
But
dude, he's like
he's a real druid. What's up, man? How's it going, dude?
Dude, the high elf is probably the farthest thing from there.
Probably be a wood elf.
He's like Gandalf,
Yeah.
smoking his pipe.
Dude, that's mana. That's just mana power. Is all that is.
Dude, that is
It's
definitely.
actually how he vents his mana power.
He's just
He
vaping.
just blows off his spiritual pressure.
You see, at about this point, Einar kind of looks up at all of you. His arms are just kind of like covered in blood. He's kind of got his hands out like this, and it's gonna take some time to kind of finish getting cleaned up. Are you all ready to travel? Once we're done, the meat's been pulled, so you can feel free to start cooking. Just want to make sure we're travel ready, because I'll be guiding us forward from here on out.
Yes, don't you have cleaning spells or something? I've seen you spiffy something up. Could you help him so we're not eating while he cleans up?
Yeah, I can. I'll cast prestidigitation on this.
Cleans his arms up slowly, and he goes, "Thank you."
I appreciate that, Lux. Thank you.
He like smells it. And... Can you just like always do that?
He never showers.
That's what I was kind of concerned about. I was wondering
Can't
if
prove it.
it does get the smell out. Smell blood. Well, I think I do, but it's not like really strong. That's interesting. It's a little, not gonna lie, it's a little confusing, but also my ancestors sprout out from him whenever he gets mad. So what really is confusing anymore?
Maybe your brothers.
Am I the first person who has that or who can do that you've seen?
No, my father told me that it's a pretty common thing among. You live there. Is it not as if people show each other?
I know. I just was curious if you had ever.
I hadn't witnessed it from others, no, but it's not as if 4 out of 5 children in the tribe has this unnatural connection to the spirits, but it is somewhat common generationally. My father said he saw it. I'm sure his father saw it. It does get taught. Is a part of kind of the founding of your tribe's history.
Did you never get the power?
I forget.
No, my entire bloodline was cast out. It's always in exile, and it's always one singular heir after another. We've never had the opportunity, but we've been designated by the Horned Hunter to act as watchers and guardians over the tribe. Despite never getting any thanks for it, it's something that my father took serious as did his father, as did the exiled huntress herself when she first was given that task.
It's commendable.
Commendable, but it's frustrating. Because I know my sons will have to do the same.
There's nothing you can do to fix it.
I can't imagine there'd be anything that would get the tribe to change their ways. Everything that they knew about their history has been altered. It's not accurate. And in fact, I've got a peek at some of the tattoos that you have displaying across your body. You see part of the tribal history and traditions that was observed is those tattoos that you bear are designed to tell a story. Except the problem is that your story is the most accurate that they've ever been versus everything that we've heard. Which means that everything you've heard is going to be vastly different from what you have depicted upon your own flesh. You are a testament to the truth.
Can you read it?
I mean, it's not written, it's in pictures.
So, Hakon, let us read it.
I mean, okay, I guess I'll take my shirt off and you guys can see my whole torso.
Can we read it? What does it
Again,
say?
it's not a story.
What are the images on his body?
Dictionary.
Yeah, I mean it's a collection of different. Think of like Roman and Greek pottery, how it would have like figures and it would tell stories on like
or like
worlds.
Egyptians.
Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, depictions of like specific moments and whatnot. So there's certain ones of ancestors who, well,
I have all of them written down here.
Yeah,
if you want me to walk through them.
If you want to go through them, that works.
So, he shows you the tattoos that are on his left leg. And he has multiple levels that depict furnaces and anvils, metal being worked and shaped in all manners and very precise work that is being done amongst different weapons and tools. The weapons shown being presented on one knee to identical looking figures. The figures don't bear any differing resemblance to each other. Nothing that marks them out as male or female. Nothing that marks them out as important or unimportant. The left arm, moving up the same side of his body, shows these figures sparring with these weapons, displaying them and posing with them in ceremonial and warlike fashion. His right leg shows an almost vertical cliff face. On the face, there are 6 figures carrying the very same weapons that the left leg shows, pushing a boulder large enough to cover all of them from the volleys of icicles above. The right arm shows the individuals battling with what appears to be a giant, standing atop the boulder that they were pushing. And I believe across his chest is this same giant from the right arm, lays dead upon what appears to be some form of a plateau or a space. The boulder is split in half, on opposing ends of this creature. It sits directly in the center. 3 members to the left, 3 to the right. In the middle is 1 figure. So that there's a total of 7 in total. 6 that were kind of looked at throughout the entire story, but a 7th that appears with this boulder.
Giant killer.
When it's broken.
Giant killer. Is that the true story you were talking about, Ina?
Yeah, the story gets passed down in generation. My father told it to me when I had become a man on my first kill. It was a bear. It was a painful hunt, but we were able to bring it down.
So the last man standing there...
It's not a man.
It's the identity of...
It's not a man. You're talking about the one in between the rocks?
Yeah.
That's a woman. And you have seen her before. She sprouts out from him whenever he gets angry.
That's an actual person?
They all depict actual people. In fact, they depict the 7 founders of his tribe, of his people, which you were told, and have been told that there were only 6. 7th was cast out, exiled, as my entire family line can attest to.
But he doesn't appear in his spirits?
She does. She
So
absolutely
the
appears.
cast out one does?
Yes, she does. Yes, you've seen her. I've seen her. In fact, when I first met you, she
It's
had
the horn
come out.
hunter.
The Horned Hunter is a god.
Wait. I thought she was like the horn. What is the lady?
The female that jumps
Yeah,
in
but
front
what?
of us to save
Yeah, but
us.
what does she wear?
She looks kind of like a huntress. Yeah. But the Horned Hunter is a god. He's a god of
Yeah,
nature.
that's why I got mixed up.
More specifically, a god of the hunt, who tasked us with the job of overlooking the remainder. Now,
So
if you want, we have time. I could tell you the story, but I will allow you to ask questions if you have them first, if they're important. I mean, I'm sure now is the perfect time, since we're going to them, to actually tell you what the truth is versus what they have all undoubtedly have told you.
have they been told your truth before?
I'm sure they were at the beginning,
'Cause
but
this
my...
was the reason I had to leave.
As far as I know, our entire existence as a bloodline, her name is Scory. My ancestor, her name is Scory. And whatever kicked her out of the clan has erected a wall, a barrier, a gate that we have not been able to get through. We don't speak. This little guy just wants stuff.
What is that? What did he get? He got something knocked down.
I got it.
This man.
Play a monk. Be a monk.
The monk.
That's what happens when my puppy has to be watched. I have not had the pleasure of speaking with anyone in the tribe, neither did my father, nor my grandfather, when he was around.
Do you know who leads the tribe now?
Currently, I don't know his name, but I get an idea of what line he comes from, based on the history. I can tell you it's not good, if that's true. It's one of the warriors of the tribe.
Oh, dude. Okay. Well, that's good enough for me. One second. Might be the wrong one. Well. I believe. Excuse me. I think it's an injustice that your line of kin has to live in exclusion, but also in servitude to the rest of our kinfolk.
It will continue to go unappreciated, but it is a sacred task. One that frustrates me and, frankly, has been a thorn in my family's side.
But
I don't think you understand.
This division can only make us all weaker. Imagine how much stronger we could all be.
But my entire line, my ancestors and my descendants, my children, my sons' sons, and their sons preceding them, will be enslaved to this role. It's a role that we don't give up. It hasn't really been an option. So we bear the burden. And while the Horned Hunter has provided, it has always been through the lessons that we have learned from our fathers that have passed down further to enable us to be where we are today.
This might be a really off question, but when did you guys start to kind of, I guess, patronize the Horned Hunter?
Since the beginning. It was said that when Scory was exiled upon her first winter, the Horde Hunter had found her in her desperation, unable to survive the winter. She nearly died, and the Horde Hunter had gifted her in deal that she would remain faithful to watching the tribe from afar. Before her exile, she just simply was a scout. She helped guide the tribe when they traveled. They were nomadic at one point. They inhabited the Grey Peak mountain ranges and they had to conquer it from frost giants. This entire region used to be inhabited with them.
None of these pictures say why Scory was exiled.
No.
Do you know why?
I can tell you, but it's going to take some time. Are you sure you want to know?
Yeah, I would love to know.
Very well. You see, there were several founders, very prominent members of the clan back during this particular time. The clan had just reached into the Grey Peak mountain range. Their home, as it is now, was a tentative thing. It was secured roughly, and the goal was to expand, acquire more land to have room for game, have room to survive, and have freedom, peace of mind. But the frost giants weren't good at making that happen. Several members had risen to prominent roles of responsibility. There was Timur, the forger. He's the one that created great many weapons that you see amongst your left leg. Not least of which, and he unslings the short bow, is Kinslave. This short bow is the one that was gifted to Scory. There was Timur the forger. There was Frostmire, the war chief. Perrin, the hunter. Radagast, the shield. Joram, the peacemaker. And Krimmel, the judge. Now, from what I remember, your spirit guardians are 3 of those. Your ancestral guardians that pop out when you get angry. Scory is obviously the first. The huntress. At about this time, you actually recognize, as if uncalled, your ancestral guardians kind of start to filter into the space, and it does kind of catch you guys a little bit off guard as you kind of see them all kind of appear around, just these 3. So you do see Scory draped in her cloth. She does carry on her, like, the weaponry that she's always been wielding is this double-sided spear, and she doesn't wear any shoes, so she is barefoot.
You got the dogs.
Timur is a pretty decent in frame, where he wears a belt with various smithing tools, carries a giant war hammer, and wears goggles on one eye, at least, at all times. The third is an absolute tank of a dude. Full figure, large square beard, fluffy mustache, braided hair down to half back, large full cheeks, carries a shield that's just large enough to not be comically small. He has different boots on, different color, size, or different like textured boots, like mismatched, and he wears a kilt. He looks at the one in cloth. Can you open the door? Let him out, just so that he can say hello. He's gonna get a little upsetty spaghetti.
Oh, Popeye. You might want to leave it.
No, don't let him.
No, it's
back.
fine.
He'll come back like a missile.
That's fine, and then he'll feel
Thump. One day, dude, he's gonna go right through. He's just softening it up. He's just getting it ready, man.
Oh yeah.
Dude, if he just committed a little more, he probably.
He points to the one with the goggles. That one is Timur, the forger. He points to the one with the shield. That is Radagast, the shield. And then obviously you see Scory, the exiled, the scout. Now, the story, as it goes, again, back during this time,
Back in my day.
focuses on how the war chief, Frostmire, was slain at that kind of pivotal point. The battle that is depicted upon his chest was slain by Krimmel, the judge. It was a punishment that had occurred. Give me a second. Just take a quick. I'm gonna have to lock Fenrir up. He's pretty rambunctious. I'll be right back.
Gulag, gulag, gulag. Fenrir's going in the
Good, I'm watching
gulag.
an opera right now. I don't know what happens. I don't know any of this.
What were the other ones? I have
Dude, I have them written down, but I don't know on my sheet that I had them written on
I
one.
have Timur. I don't know what parent was the practice. Shoot.
Perfect.
This is one name.
This is one.
That's not a name, dude.
It is a name, dude.
Where was I? As the story goes, Krimmel, the judge, slew Frostmire. That is the pivotal point of the story. Now, back before the final push against the Frost Giants, Frostmire did not go by that name. He was still known as Tormund Boarsplitter. Tormund was known to be a mighty warrior. Fierce, brave, powerful, strong, loyal, and immortal.
He was immortal.
Not literally. No one had ever seen him fall in battle. They said that he had the power of 10 men, the strength of the giants themselves. And it was him that believed, initially amongst the tribe, that the spirits of the world, or in the spiritual realm, would empower his warriors. Again, as the war chief, his goal was he led when it came to battle, when it came to the tribe's actual engagement. He led that. That was him. His marauders were just as bloodthirsty and reckless as he was. However, while he was given much credit, he was known to, again, have the strength of several men, the speed of some of the swiftest of hares, and a fighting ability unlike anything that the tribe has ever been able to recreate. I would argue close to Hakon, based on the stories I've heard. Seeing you fight has been similar to what I've been told. His warriors became known as berserkers, specifically as berserkirs, in kind of the more native tongue. They were synonymous with the most bloodthirsty of killers that you can imagine. Rumors had spread that fierce snowstorms came with the bite of the hells themselves whenever him and his warriors would go into battle. This is what earns him his name, Frostmire, when he changed. Fierce blizzards would herald the coming death of his enemies. And all of this was done to defend the tribe, to usher in peace and prosperity in the lands that they claimed. Now, giants had begun to make their way down from the mountains, seeking slaves and treasure. They had killed many a tribesman, specifically the chieftain at the time, Radagast's eldest daughter. She was taken amongst the initial group, which enraged Timur, who had arranged for Lovis to bear his own children. Timur was able to convince the tribe's strongest warriors, the ones that I've described, Perrin, Scory, Joram, Frostmire, at the time, Krimmel himself, and even Radagast. What man wouldn't go save his daughter? To follow him, and they sought to free Timur's future wife from any harm. Is how the engagement began. So, they'd spent much time in preparation for this conflict, where the left leg starts to begin to develop. Timur began to create mighty weapons. They needed to be able to brave the fight ahead. Nothing was greater than any of the weapons that he had forged, except for the blade that was bestowed to Radagast. A massive two-handed blade that was blessed by the ancestors of his line. The blade was known as Valkyrie.
Sounds better than fucking...
In honor of a lot of the warrior women of Radagast's line. And it was blessed by Radagast's late mother, Inger Wolfsbane, whose soul was entombed into the blade. With the weapon forged to slay giants, Timur and Radagast led the charge with their respective warriors, each hell-bent on destroying more giants than the next. Now, a great battle was had. The giants and tribesmen were slain en masse. It was a bloody battle. The fields of snow were quickly stained with the blood of the fallen within minutes, and the founders had made their way to the heart of the giants, facing one known as Chief Helmskag. When they began to be pelted by massive spears of ice, Frostmire and Radagast were able to push a large boulder up the hill to shield the founders from certain and swift impalement. Where you start to see his right leg begin to get formed. When Helmskag had enough of their advance, he grabbed his mighty hammer, smashed the boulder in two halves, and this gave the founders enough cover to swarm the giant chieftain and eventually slay him. The killing blow was swung by Valkyrie, cutting the torso of the giant in two within one fell swoop. Once the battle was over, a change had occurred in Frostmire. You see, this entire time, his mind was not his own. It is said that the reason that Krimmel needed to slay him was because a particular spirit, as you remember I said, he believed that the spirits of the world empowered his warriors. He invited dark spirits.
Bruh. Copy paste? Hack on?
The spirit gave him his strength. The spirit gave him his speed. The spirit gave him his bloodlust, his anger.
That sounds like his brother.
Dude, you better be... if nothing has made you self-aware up to this point, this better be...
And it is said that this very spirit... It said that this very spirit told him, back when he was still Tormund, that this power was close to being the power of the gods, and began to orchestrate the events, make them happen. The war with the giants. He knew that Chief Helmskag would want to seek further conquest and slaves and treasure to stockpile for his horde, and started to push the giants in the direction that they had gone. It is said that the spirit was deceptive enough to create a war between giants and men. Now, when the battle was done, the great battle was had, giants slain, the spirit began to fuel Frostmire's anger for not achieving the kill that would have assured his status amongst the tribe as a true leader upon his return, feeling as if he had been robbed. His anger gave in, his soul completely taken over. It is said from my line that his great axe began to twist and be hazy. It began to reform into a dark version, a massive weapon that was perverted by this spirit, and that a blackened smoke began to follow Frostmire, where once it used to be a thick blizzard. Frostmire laid claim to a challenge right then and there to slay Radagast and Timur, one after the other, to ensure his leadership of the tribe. Joram held to honor the legal claim of this challenge, with Perrin and even Radagast willing to back the claim in fear of dishonoring their ancestors. Timur and Krimmel knew that something else was fueling this. This was a desecration of everything the tribe had stood for. What happened next was forgotten by all except for my line. The Horned Hunter had explained the series of events, pointing her toward naming this dark spirit as a being known as Levistus. It is said, and has been understood, that he belongs to the Nine Hells. This infernal change in Frostmire was all Scory needed to put an arrow right between Frostmire's eyes, and the Founders could do nothing but watch as a darkened spirit of Frostmire, a chained and enslaved soul to his own anger, emerged from his body and was brought down into the Nine Hells, dragged in chains. The dishonor that this would do to the tribe would require some explanation, so a different story was crafted, and it is said that Scory knew what must have been done. She claimed herself to be the perpetrator of the events, to protect the Founders of the tribe, knowing them to be way better as leaders for the people than she ever could be. And because she had slain Frostmire outside of the honor challenge that was legal in tribal traditions, that she could exile herself, self-imposed. But the true story would never leave that day. The people were told that Scory slew Frostmire after the chieftain, the giant, was killed, which Krimmel declared she was to be put to the sword soon after. Except that was all a lie. They say that immediately, that out of bloodlust, maybe jealousy, anger, that she murdered him in cold blood, but that is not the true story. And they hid it from the tribe in fear of what it would do.
Have you ever heard of the name Hazaron before?
No, but I know you guys talk about it with his sword. I've overheard you guys speaking a few times.
Can I whisper something to him in an attempt to kind of keep it in between him and I?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper to him. To be quite honest, you compared Hakon and Frostmire. I think Hakon has a sword possessed by an evil spirit as well. He's been acting very strange, and Luck said that he heard the spirits speak to him, so it's not just Hakon, and there's a black, almost mist that comes from this sword as well, and he's just been getting more angry and distrusting and more arrogant and almost power hungry.
Okay. Based on the length of words that you used, go ahead and make a sleight of hand.
Okay.
And I want you to go ahead and make a perception roll.
Oh,
You as well.
I don't see shit, dude.
It's about hearing.
I'm trying to not trigger this big corruption meter. Oh man, deception.
No, it's perception.
16.
Would you roll?
21.
Darn.
21?
15.
15. So you guys see as Arboris leans into Einar to whisper words into his ear, and the two are kind of talking close. And after everything is said, very well.
And then I'm just gonna casually walk off and say, "Are they looking at me? Are you
I
guys
imagine
looking?"
so, because he's kind of telling you all a story, so I imagine that this is not really a hidden thing.
What are you all looking at?
I was waiting for the end of the story.
Sorry,
That is the end of the story.
That's the end of the story. So, what's our plan then?
Our plan is to go back and for us to stop the Cult of the Dragon from utilizing your tribe against you.
That is fair. But we also want to, amend, the whole,
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Heck on, I know this is personal.
Wait, I forget. Do you go to the village? Have you been into the village and, interacted with the people there? Or you kind of just watch it? You just watch it from afar?
I just watch it from afar, so I don't know anyone by name. But, the current leader of the tribe, there's actually been somewhat of a usurpation of power. New chieftain. I think I've heard them say his name before. To try to put my tongue on it.
Vesemir.
I believe. I believe his current name
He's about to say something.
is Averon.
That name we've heard before.
Averon?
Yeah,
But I've never met the man.
Averon?
I've heard Averon.
Okay. Where?
You say that like you know something.
Well, part of my backstory.
I know
Aaron?
Technically, you're not wrong.
Where is Aaron?
I'm gonna say,
Balake,
Do you mean
Jake Quellen.
Aaron?
Hakon, I know you have some personal feelings tied towards reconnecting these two units of the tribe, but I think best it should be saved for after we take down this cult. The world is at stake, not just...
You hear in the back of your head.
I can
Pause
go
around.
along the way.
You see how he chooses to push you behind. It's always, no, Hakon, stay back. No, sit down. No, shush. Keep your personal desires quiet.
Yo, maybe you should shh and keep your personal desires for just a second, Hazaron. I'm in the middle of a conversation right now. But I say that out loud, so you guys hear that.
I'm silent. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. I don't know what to say.
Like kind of like a.
Hakon, I am trying to empower you. Your friends have been continuously trying to weaken you. You know it. It has happened ever since you first unsheathed me.
Okay. You know what? No one's saying anything to me, so I'm gonna. Where are we at right now? Are we inside? No, we're just outside.
You guys are
I'm just
you're
gonna-
still traveling. You guys, I mean, technically, you guys haven't had breakfast yet.
Oh yeah,
Meat's still
we're,
cooking.
We're around like the
Meat's still cooking.
Me
Oh
hungry.
yeah. Okay. I'm gonna. Is there a pond nearby or anything like that? Can I go take a walk to some?
It'd be
water?
like a frozen pond.
I'll try and walk to that.
Can I stealthily follow him?
Sure.
And on this walk, I'm gonna respond to Azeron. And
As
At disadvantage.
as he storms off, maybe a second before you storm off. As he storms off, would you roll?
Is there any rain or anything?
No.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration
It's not
dice
snowing.
just to be safe.
There's like a nice light mist, but there's not like heavy rain. It's not anything that's like dense.
I got a 14.
14. As he leaves, he kind of storms off. After a minute, Arboris kind of slinks off. You see Einar's looking at this meat that's cooking over the fire and goes, so we're just going to leave it cooking. And I guess one of us is going to have to tend to it. Do they feel like they've been butting heads a bit? Has it been...
I don't know.
Even how's everything looking from your side?
I'm kind of the mediator of the group.
I can see that.
Yeah, Hakon kind
You're not really the most outspoken one.
I know, yeah. I have to back up sometimes, see the bigger picture.
I don't really think you're the one that has to back up. I think you are backed up most of the time.
Okay. I didn't realize you're part of our party. Why not?
hey,
The few times that I've traveled with you, you were very well composed.
Sometimes.
you see, but Newtay's there too.
You're right, Nute is there and he's kind of just keeping to himself. Quiet, chilling. He's like,
No one talks to.
I guess if someone has to cook, I can cook. It would be no problem. And goes ahead and kind of takes over.
I don't think he doesn't write any of it down.
And then he looks over. He's like, I know. I can confess that yes, it is quite evident that their bickering has, I would say, gotten a bit worse as of late, right, Lux?
Something about Hakon. It's that sword in him. I actually found a book while we were at Jean-Paul's tower about this General Hakon, Hazaron. And luckily, it's actually what's in his sword. The possessed spirit that's in there.
I wrote down the copy of it, remember?
You
When
have
he
to be
read it
careful
aloud.
with these types of things. If what you say is true, the likelihood that your friend is spiraling down a path of corruption is quite apparent.
And the spirits from Netheril, if you've ever heard of that. No.
I don't know any of these human countries. It's all land with
Have you
big
heard-
kings and fancy lords.
You heard that language before?
No,
It's
I was lucky to be able to pick up Dwarvish in my time. But, you say this, yet it seems to me as if you haven't done anything about it.
I mean, there's not much we can do. A lot of recently just kind of been surviving. I'm hoping when we get to the council, we'll have
It's very convenient concession you're making. So just because you're able to survive, it means that it's worth Hakon's soul. Because at the end of the day, it means the ends justify the means. You survived. You might not have come out the same, but you lived.
Well, what would you suggest I do?
I would say that I have a historical account of these kinds of things, and the only precedent I have is killing him. But I know it's a difficult decision to do.
What?
Yo.
It's the history of the tribe. It's the founding of his predicament. I wouldn't recommend that. I've much respect for Hakon.
I'm more of
He
a
asked
safe
what
first.
you'd recommend to do. You want us to kill him?
Damn.
I don't want you to kill him. It's really the only option I can think of.
Well, it's kind of what your tribe would do.
It's what his ancestors did.
Just kill him.
Now,
Were you not
unless-
listening to any of the stories?
unless this spirit that you're talking about is a creature from the Nine Hells itself, I doubt the extent of it is to the same degree that Frostmire had undergone.
I mean, we could always go down into the Nine Hells and swarm out.
I wouldn't recommend that.
I don't know, we're pretty strong.
I can tell.
I think I could take a couple layers. So, the 9 layer.
I make it to at least like 4, I think.
It's very confident of you. I
mean, I don't know.
could probably hunt a dragon.
As wrong as it sounds, I feel kind of comfortable when I think about hell. I guess it's kind of my race. It's, just the warm, cozy
Very
environment.
typical of you.
Whoa, I know. Come on. Better than this.
You were the one that pointed it out. I was just affirming the
I was
convenience.
opening up and being vulnerable. You poked me while it's okay.
I apologize if I offended your pride.
Thank you.
If it helps, I was born and raised alone, so I'm not good with the social cues.
Surprisingly, I kind of was alone. My brother is very distant. I mean, now he's trying to kill me.
Very close.
You all have it really rough.
But I mean, I've got a pretty good voice on me.
Because first it was Hakon's tribe trying to kill him, now it's your brother trying to kill you? What? Is someone trying to kill our Boris?
My mom.
You're not there.
Is someone trying to kill Boris, actually?
My fake
I
mom.
know someone was spying on him for a while.
You guys are a dangerous group to be around.
We had to
I mean,
get
I've seen you
strong.
fell dragons, so I'm not saying you're not competent. You could do it.
Ask him if he thinks we could kill Tiamat. Oh, fuck, dude, what does Bahamut spank you?
Bro, she looked at us. She went, I see you. You're gonna die.
Fuck Tiamat, dude.
Her eye was in you.
Dude, I would fuck Tiamat.
Massive.
I would fuck Tiamat up, sorry.
I was gonna say.
Whoa.
I had to stop myself for a second. One word.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I shot it in
It's like a comma when you're talking about helping your Uncle Jack off of a horse.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's actually off of. It's like helping your Uncle Jack, comma, off a horse. Without that comma, it's a completely different sentence. You're right. That's why you gotta be careful.
They do that in other countries.
No. No.
They fuck donkeys.
Yeah.
Too much.
The only one banging donkeys is dragons and Shrek.
Oh.
Only thing.
Do you think they could actually make babies in real life?
Donkey and Shrek?
Yeah. No.
Donkey and the dragon from Shrek? No, they can't actually make babies in real life. That's not how interspecies anatomy works.
Dude, could you imagine donkey Shrek babies? Dude, a donkey Shrek butt baby, dude. Just they're both.
No, we're done. Oh my goodness. Anyways,
Sorry.
so what is your plan?
Well, we have a couple like against Tiamat.
Who?
The dragon lady, the whole reason we're kind of,
Oh, yeah, the goddess that the cult worships.
evil goddess,
Tiamat?
dragon.
There should be like posters like Tiamat is coming. Prepare yourself.
Yeah, out in the mountains? Okay.
We need you.
Yeah, it's just
Tiamat
Earl
is
Silverhand.
coming.
I
Oh
need
my
you
goodness, bro, we need
in
more
my upcoming
funding.
army.
How do we not have enough funding? Dude? We've taken so much gold back.
Well, during our month of break, we could have done something.
Well,
It's not what you chose to do.
We could have started a business.
Now, we'll move over to Hakon and Arboris. So Hakon, you storm off and find yourself by a small frozen pond. It's got a waterfall. It's been frozen over. Ice, it is kind of powdered with snow on top of the ice, so it's not just a perfect. And it's very thick, so it's not easy to see through. And you walk out with Hazaron. And what'd you roll for your perception? You said you rolled a 16.
Oh,
And what'd you roll on yourself?
Tiny.
like a 14.
14. You
Fuck.
you do get the impression that you are being followed as you make your way to this pond. And the only person who would give you the indication of following you. It's most likely Arboris.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that. You can't see me. You can't see me.
Well, I could have said he saw you.
If I look.
Yeah, I'm basically saying that you know you're being followed, and you have a strong reason to indicate that it's Arboris.
Why?
You're the only one that would do it.
Well, while I'm walking,
If you had rolled higher, you wouldn't have been the only one to have done it.
I
Damn.
want to think to Hazaron, and I want to be like, why do you always start talking at the worst moments when I need to think? There's a warrior needs a clear mind, Hazaron.
I couldn't agree more. You are right. A warrior needs a refined mental prowess. I'm here to set you free from the entrapment your friends have been putting upon you.
That is my war council.
And they have been warping. They've been warping from the start. They don't trust you. They're afraid of you. And they fear how powerful you're getting. Why? You were one thing before you first wielded me. And I watched over time as they began to put you down. You feel a series of emotions kind of wash over you, of distrust, of self-consciousness, and a level of paranoia.
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. And a level of paranoia as you kind of look back through a span of time since you slew Rezmir till today, where you're kind of, it feels as if you're like pulling out of thin air, just these little moments where you've either been slighted, you've been questioned, you've been unappreciated, and what has been driving over the past several weeks, your growing distrust of your party members' motives and your disbelief in their intentions. You even question yourself when you question them. That's how much they've ingrained in you that you are not worth it. I've seen that level of pain. I used to inflict it upon nations that I didn't want to destroy with outright war. You make them feel as if everything they do, every little step, every word, every decision is the wrong one.
What do I
and that
see?
they're the ones that are wrong. You just see that it looks as if he's kind of pondering, like he's staring at this pond intently. He's not talking out loud because you mentioned that you were speaking.
I'm gonna make a snowball, and I'm gonna throw it at him, and then walk up to him and like
Okay, make an
expose
attack roll.
myself.
Make a dexterity-based attack roll.
This is like, I don't want to hurt him, right? Like,
Whoa,
this- okay.
you're just gonna see if you hit.
That's key. It's deaths now.
Just a flat-based dexterity attack roll. It's a snowball, so I would say you're not proficient in snowballs, so just add your dex.
11. Or sorry, 14.
14.
That doesn't hit.
He throws a snowball in your direction, and you hear it as, like, with the snow kind of being packed together, and you kind of turn and see them, the snowball, moving towards you quickly. Your kind of innate senses, your sense of danger, and your kind of constant, steady alertness enables you to kind of move out of the way as it flies past, and you see off into the direction Arboris as he's walking up.
You're walking up to me?
As he's walking up, which you hear just a brief, and he doesn't even give you the respect of leaving you alone. And then this, and then the voice kind of goes silent.
Back on.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
fuck. As I'm like walking up, I have some stuff I'd like to say.
Hey man, you probably would have had he not thrown a snowball at you.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I could have cooled off.
Ozeron is using that
I
specifically.
get corruption points when I get really stressed out by the sword. That's why when
you're
I
saying,
start getting stressed, I try to get away so that I don't get another corruption.
You're saying you don't have this like pre-planned. You're genuinely
No. No.
You're basing it off of
these
our
are not
actions?
scripted events. Yes. That is what is happening. That is exactly what I'm saying.
I'm making Nick triggered, dude.
It's an 11.
It's an 11. How many points are you at now?
Fucking fucked. No, 3.
You're at 3?
Okay, to be fair, I don't know this though. Like my character does not know this.
What's the second half of your alignment?
The second half, neutral and good.
Neutral good?
Yeah.
What the fuck, Ethan?
It's no longer neutral good.
Dude, don't do that.
Your current alignment has now officially been shifted
No, dude.
as you've gained your 4th corruption point.
There's one.
You are
more.
neutral evil.
No,
What?
This is my 3rd corruption. Isn't
No,
it?
no, this is your 4th
Your
one.
3rd
dude.
corruption was to change your from either lawful or chaotic to neutral.
Oh, you're right. This
Neutral evil.
Neutral
Yep,
evil.
Yep,
You
yep,
just skip
yep,
past
yep.
What about neutral, bro? What, come
First one
on.
was to change his philosophical alignment to neutral.
Yo, I just made Nick evil, dude.
What am I supposed to do with this, dude?
Dude, evil Nick. Dude, evil Hakon. Dude, this is Ramondra
And
4v2.
This new morality manifests itself as a distrust, as anger. So you are now just a bit more irritable, more distrusting. All the previous quirks have been amplified. Your drive right now is power and strength, and to consolidate that, to stop being looked down upon, as Hazaron's words continue to strike chords in you. You've been cast out by your home. You've been cast out from your family. And now it feels like those very same things are starting to occur among some of your closest friendships.
Dude, this is not gonna help my conversation with Nick at all.
And Ouroboros walks up to you.
Hakon, I needed to talk with you. Probably best private. I'm not really sure.
Make it a quick one.
I'm not really
I
sure.
was trying to be left alone.
I understand that.
I didn't say anything when I left.
Hakon. I'm not sure what all is going on inside your own personal head or life or whatever. But your behavior has changed. I'm not sure if you think if this sword has convinced you that your motives are somewhere else than where they were at the beginning, but if anything, remember how it was before that sword. Remember, we didn't have conflict like this, and if you truly believe that sword had awakened your eyes to how controlling and manipulative we've been, and that the only reason you were able to break free of us was because of this sword, then Hakon, this sword is manipulating.
I'm gonna stop you for a second. He hasn't said anything to give you
that
indication.
Sorry. You're right. My bad, Ethan.
Nope, you're good.
Sorry.
So where does he pick up at? Where do you?
Fuck. I'll reset.
You're gonna
I'll reset.
pick up. I can let you pick up from where you mentioned about just like before you had the sword.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Because the only thing you've noticed is that he's become incredibly frustrating.
Sure.
He's been very irritable.
Thank you for
You
listening.
haven't been outright distrustful. I was really hoping for that. You kind of haven't been.
I guess I need to.
So part of that is you've noticed
I like because of my alignment now. I don't really get a choice with any of that anymore. I more so have to kind of play that out. As far as the distrustful, the short-tempered, and the
Yeah, it's more so been personified or magnified now with the alignment shift. You do still, I would say, you still consider them your companions. They're still allies. It has definitely impacted whether or not you view them as friends. I will allow you to make that distinction based off of the relationships that you have.
Oh,
I'll give you that freedom.
So,
before this,
But he's
sword-
become incredibly more ferocious, and irritable. It's really been that. It's frustrating. It's kind of impatient. A little bit more reckless.
Well, I will say that before I had this sword, I thought it would take me years to have the skill of some of the greatest warriors, or to have the strength to fell dragons and giants and bearded demons or devils, I forget, or to have seen the things that we've been able to see over this last period of time. And if I figure if I can go this far in this amount of time, how far can I go with the rest of my short mortal life?
Hakon,
Because I am sure that there is an evil out there greater than Tiamat.
And
And
it-
I will be the one to rise to that challenge.
Hakon, if you don't correct your behavior, you might become that evil. Do you not remember what became of of Lux's brother? I said that's why I corrected myself.
That was
Of-
a man perverted through rituals and demonic. I don't even know what
Dude,
you would call that.
What do you think this sword is? You've got a dead man inside there. We've read the book of Hazaran. You translated it for us. We just heard a story about someone who you've been only compared to, being corrupted by the evil of the evil spirit's sword, the evil spirit in a sword, and then forced to be slain by his own allies.
It's no different than a bard spirit in a lute. All it does is make the tool more effective.
Well, my point is, what matters is the spirit's intentions in that sword, and that spirit's intentions I doubt are good, and what it seems like has only pushed you down a more aggressive and angrier, and you seem more unhappy. It seems like you don't want to be with us, to be honest, Hakon, after we've been here for this long. Like something's just flipped.
Well, I feel like you're still forgetting that we're trying to save the world right now. We don't get to choose who we have to be around. We have to be around each other. I have to be around you guys on my mission to save the world.
I'm worried. Hakon, that stings.
Take 13d6 emotional damage. I was kidding.
It stings considering we started from the same town.
His power would kill.
But I'm worried that after this is all said and done, our next enemy might be you if this sword continues to be a part of your life.
I am no enemy to anyone who wants to uphold the laws of this world that we all live in, and to live fairly and nicely amongst everyone.
Of the
My
world.
issue is with this cult of the dragon. And my prerogative is power. We must all keep getting stronger, so that when the day comes where we finally come face to face with Tiamat and that big old eye she showed us, that we're ready for it.
Hakon, you can't convince me that this sword is a good idea. I've seen too much.
A lot of things we've done haven't been good ideas, but it's gotten us this far. I can't be convinced otherwise.
And who am I as your ally? At least as that's far as it seems I go in your eyes. But to me, you are my friend. And what kind of friend am I if I let this sword take you over? If I let this sword change who you are? And if I let this sword drain you of life until you just become an angry barbarian?
That word stings. Barbarian. You're no primitive.
Darn it. Can I say something tender? That's a conversation we'll have when this is over. I Like I said, right now my prerogative is power. You can walk with me or you can walk behind me.
If I see any new sign of that sword and your behavior changing, I will not hesitate to take it away, even if it takes my life, Hakon. So unless you want to kill me, you better control that damn thing. And then I'm gonna walk back to the rest of the party.
You both make
As
perception
you walk
roll.
away,
Okay.
I muttered, Hazaron only cuts down my enemies. Are we rolling?
Perception roll.
Oh, I thought Nick was rolling to attack me, dude. I was like, yo.
Hazaron only cuts down my enemies. He
Yeah,
said
dude.
you're not worth it.
Dude, that would have been fucking...
Oh.
14.
They don't teach you as a dungeon master how to roll for emotional damage, but man.
I might not.
I didn't get good either. I got a 13.
13?
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
14.
Neither one of you catches it. As you turn around and you get the last word in, it's a series of individuals that pop out of the wilderness that you were unattentive, were approaching upon you.
What?
You are outnumbered. There's 10 people here.
Do they look like
Series of
enemies?
spears. They don't look friendly. Series of spears and bows are pointed at you from these clothed. They're robed. Well, not robed. Clothed, furred, covered humans. Mostly men.
Wait, are you guys the tribe we're looking for?
Before you even get to utter that statement, one man speaks and kind of moves out of the tree line. Person you haven't seen in quite some time. Your old friend, Avron.
Oh, shit.
This human male, for your perspective, as he walks out, he's got a very kind of a very well kept but pretty fluffy beard. His hair is set into a series of braids along the sides and a kind of like a ponytail that goes down behind his head, a little bit shaven, kind of along the sides and the back. He wears a skulled headpiece that looks ceremonial to a degree, kind of like shamanistic, of a mighty saber-toothed cat, and has a massive club kind of on one arm, and then a blade up to his back, and comes out from the woods. And before you even get to speak, Hakon Guns, we kicked you out from these lands, and you dare return? I should kill you where you stand, you blasphemer. And you can see as he looks at you,
I'm gonna pull Hazaron off my back, and I'm gonna hold it out to the side, and then dip the tilt or the hilt or the blade towards the snow, and then
the dark smoke trailing it as you drop it into the snow. And you can see the warriors don't look perturbed by that. They don't look put off.
and I drop it in.
See, Avron watches it drop.
And then I look at him and I say, I've come to make my peace, and I've come to tell of what I've learned, the truth of our people, and what the markings I bear mean. I only ask that
Your
you...
heresies will find you strung up against a tree. There's only so much mercy I can offer you. If you've come to find peace, it best be in the form of repentance and atonement. For your actions have put the entire tribe within dishonor.
What did he do?
I don't speak to hares. At about this point as well, similarly, by the way, I do want to let you know, similarly, a similar encounter is happening right now with Lux. So unbeknownst to you two, Lux, Nute, and Einar are being bound up by another kind of coterie of tribesmen.
Are any of them mounted?
You could try.
Don't do it, dude. Don't do it.
Check
Are any of them mounted?
No, they're not mounted.
Don't do it.
I mean,
They're not
if that's what you wish to do.
Do any of them have bows?
A few of them, yeah. A few of them. We can go down that route if you really want to.
Jump by a bunch of outside people.
I have
don't
something
wanna
I'd like
be
to do
bound
after
up with
Katray
that.
as well.
Okay.
I would like to.
Shit, outside.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception roll for me.
It's terrible, dude.
I don't like outside. 19.
19.
No.
No. Yeah, your second group rolled a 22.
He's outside. Kitchen guns here. Break. Attentive.
Can I try and like break through with a step of the wind, or sorry, not step of the wind, for a patient defense dodge action, and like break through the circle and like get out and like break their attention?
That's what you want to do?
But before I do it, like as I decide to just bolt, I want to go in for like a sucker punch for the person I'm choosing to try and bolt through by. Also, so I get the plus to my AC, but also so it's kind of like a bow, like you weren't ready for it, and it makes it a little bit easier for me, hopefully. And then I'm gonna bonus action step patient defense for my dodge action.
Okay.
Actually, can I, rather than that, could I do like a leg sweep? Because that's a little less, like, I'm here to fuck you up, I feel like. It's more like, get out of
Sure.
my way.
Go ahead and make...
And as
Make an attack roll with advantage.
Okay. As I leave, too, if I am able to get out, I'm gonna shout, "Don't worry, Hakon, I'll be back for you."
Yeah, you won't let me spirit shield that, will you?
To protect your tribesmen? I will. I will let you.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah.
I got a 15 for the attack.
15 to hit?
Yeah.
That misses, actually.
Okay.
It does. So,
Never mind.
no.
You can still
I'm going
use
to
it.
use this.
You're
So,
gonna use it? Well, it will...
you see as he's kind of eyeing the guy next to him, and you know you've seen our wars, you kind of understand. You guys do know kind of how each other acts in battle. It's kind of the part of battling over time and with each other so often. And before the kick begins, as you see, he's going to try to injure this one and run off. You see as one of his ancestral guardians comes up, and as your leg comes out, actually grabs the leg and holds onto it. And you just see like a stone-faced, ancestral-looking human male, the one with the shield, the big one, and then he drops it. And
Wait, I didn't roll advantage. I only rolled one hit.
All right, roll with advantage.
Okay, that should hit. That's a 21 because I rolled a
That
10.
does hit. So go ahead and roll damage,
Oh,
and you're.
actually.
So he's gonna just take the hit. The guardian takes the hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Well, wait. He's gonna take the hit?
Yeah. So you're gonna be able to reverse damage.
3, 6,
Ooh.
10,
8 plus 6.
16.
So 14.
Yeah.
14 points of damage?
Yeah.
You take 14 points of damage.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Does it
for?
reverse it?
Mm-hmm. At 14th level, man.
Wait, why did
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wait, you're damaging me?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not. My spirit is.
Well, how come?
'Cause
I didn't realize that was the case. So if
Wait, you're trying to
it's-
attack
yeah.
me?
It's
No.
full- Here, you want to read it?
yeah,
I'll read it.
this is awesome.
Are you trying to attack me? I don't understand.
No,
No,
he's
no,
basically reflecting your attack back to you.
Why?
Because he's not happy right now.
At 14th
This
level,
is a really, really good moment. I'm really liking it. I understand from the player perspective, so please don't get angry with each other. I have turned him evil a second ago, so please be merciful.
Fuck, I should have just kept my fucking mouth shut.
At 14th level, your ancestral spirits grow powerful enough to retaliate. When you use your spirit shield to reduce the damage of an attack, the attacker takes an amount of force damage that your spirit shield prevents.
You're welcome.
Right. So how much did he prevent?
So 14.
So you prevented it equally.
I prevented 16, but he
So
only did 14.
You're right. So it did prevent the 14 points. Oh, I don't know because I think it's based off of the roll. I think by technicality, because that's what I would roll in favor of, is that it's based off the roll is what you prevent.
Yeah.
Even though he only dealt up to 14, you would take the 16 points of damage and force damage. So as you go to swing the kick around, the spiritual guardian actually grabs onto the leg and goes and slams a fist into your sternum that actually, it's surprisingly, you see that the guardian's able to actually make contact. You've seen these things fight, and normally they're either taking damage or they're distracting enemies.
Yeah.
This is the first time you've ever seen them do anything.
Alright, I'm not coming back for you, Hakon.
Do you still wish to run?
Yeah.
You still wish to run?
Fuck
Okay.
Hakon at this point, dude. He just cucked my ass.
It's gonna be a series of attacks of opportunity. So we have a total of 3 that are coming at you.
At least my AC is 24.
These are going to be used to grapple.
Well, you got the line then.
Yeah, that's basically it. It's a 24. One of them is a 24. One of them is perfect. Got a 16 plus 8. So you're able to make it past the first 2, who you're able to kind of duck underneath and kind of slide your way through as they kind of throw themselves over you. And as you're picking yourself up to keep moving forward, one grabs you by the waist and is able to kind of hold on to you, keep putting grappled. So your movement speed is currently 0. The rest of them rush in quite quickly. Do you wish to keep resisting?
Yes,
More than
I
willing
want
to
to
go?
get the fuck out of there.
You do wish to keep resisting?
Yes.
Okay, I need you to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Come on, Jesus.
I would be praying to the D&D gods.
Why am I rolling so goddamn low?
What was your roll?
A fucking 9.
9. Okay. You don't go first, but you'll go second.
Okay. Thank God, I guess.
Avron is the first to go, and he looks over and says, "Hey, get him! Do not let him run!"
Bitch.
It is now your turn.
Okay. I can be happy with that.
Do you wish to be involved in this?
No. I'm just gonna stand where I am. I put my sword in the ground.
I'm just giving you the freedom.
Fine.
You wished. Okay.
Okay,
It's
so
your turn.
how do I break out of this grapple?
In order to break out of the grapple, you would have to go ahead and use an action
Hold my
to end
arms.
the grapple.
Okay, I'm gonna use an action to end the grapple.
Okay, go ahead and either make a athletics roll or a dexterity roll. So either an athletics specific or a flat dexterity. Because you're trying to like UFC worm your way out of it.
Okay.
While there,
So I no bonuses? Do I add my dex modifier?
Yes, so
Okay.
that's a flat dex roll, but you don't have proficiency on this.
Okay, I got a 22.
22. Okay, you are able to break yourself out.
Okay.
So you're able to quickly just kind of you're very nimble, so you're able to kind of like worm your way out of like loose hand holding. So when you're able to kind of like separate his hands from around you, you're able to use that momentum to kind of slip out and find yourself free.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to use patient defense to dodge the
Okay.
next attack. Or
Okay.
sorry, would it be better to if I disengage, does that give them 0 opportunity to hit?
I'd give this 1, and there's none other that are immediately on you.
So what's the
it would
difference
clear-
of disengaging?
Disengaging, you pick a singular target, and you disengage from that target.
How many am I in attack?
Right now it's just the 1, so
So I
it wouldn't
could-
do it for everyone, but it would for just that 1, since he's the only one on you.
Okay, so
I think it would be a better route to go.
then I'm gonna do Step of the Wind and disengage from this guy,
As a bonus action?
Yes.
And then you got your full movement speed.
and then I'm gonna use my full movement speed to get the fuck out of there.
How much movement is that able to push you?
55.
55, okay. A series of them are going to go ahead and initiate a chase. They're going to try to chase after you.
Isn't that like a thing? Isn't there chase mechanics?
Kind of, but I don't use them specifically. I need you to go ahead and make either an athletics roll or a survival roll. Your choice.
Survive. Okay.
I remember chasing the dog.
Survive.
Those were fun.
Okay. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. As you break free of them, you start to hear shouts in kind of a dialect that you don't know. It sounds kind of jagged and
Giant?
no. Well,
I understand giant.
it sounds close to giant, but it's not.
Okay.
So you pick up elements of it. So you can't make out full words, but it has like it's akin to giant. And as they're shouting that out, a few of them are running after you, and immediately you're not able to make any breakage. So it seems like they are pretty acclimated to this terrain. They know it seems to be that they also know it very well. So breaking free of them is going to be a little bit of a difficult challenge for you. So go ahead and make a second roll for me, please. Same thing. You can choose either athletics or survival.
There's no weather, is there?
There is no if you're talking about like inclement weather, like
Yeah.
heavy rain, no, there's nothing like that. And they do have advantage on their checks in this area.
Okay, this is a saving throw?
No, it's just a check. So it's either an athletics check or a survival check. And this is your way of either trying to physically outrun them
A 13.
and actually like do that, or survival would be to kind of give them the dip and for them to not be able to track you.
I got a 13.
A 13. Which roll did you roll?
What do you mean? Oh, survival.
It was survival. Okay, so you try to push yourself through some of the trees and hoping that you can kind of break line of sight and repivot yourself in order to move off in a different direction. Give them the good old shake and bake. And it just seems like every time you look over your shoulder that you can see one or two of them off to the distance as they're still chasing you. They are keeping their distance intentionally. But when you see one, you go and look over and see another. When you look back, that one is gone. So they're kind of bobbing and weaving. You're not sure if you're good or not. Go ahead and make a third for me.
Would it mean anything that I can use? I could dash twice because of my main action and then the bonus action because of Step of the Wind.
Mm-hmm. That would be a part of it, yeah. If you wanted to do that.
Could I do that and like expend a key point in order to like help me get a like maybe I get advantage on the roll or something, or I don't know how it would work out of combat.
No, I would say that going ahead and using your action to dash and your bonus action with key point to Step of the Wind to get a second dash would be a pretty reasonable way, because that's, what, 150-ish feet?
Yeah, because my movement speed's 55.
Yeah, theirs is 40.
So it'd be like 165.
Yeah, that you would overtake. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to even get close. So yeah, I would say you immediately swiffen your pace, using your key to empower your legs to move you faster and swifter, and you're able to take a lot of ground in the process. You create a huge gap between you and them. You hear, when you heard their voices initially, now they're kind of muffled from distance. Go ahead and make a stealth roll for me, please.
Okay. Is this hiding?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was gonna ask if I could hide soon anyway. Okay. 19.
19.
I've had better days with rolling, but that's a good thing I got high modifiers.
You hide yourself in a tree. You
Okay.
jump into a tree,
That's cool.
making your way up several feet up, 10, 15 feet up. And
Like
you sit
inside
still.
of it?
Well, not like inside the tree, but
Okay.
yeah, kind of. Because you go up it.
There's like bushes and
I
stuff.
see what you're saying.
And-
Not like a hole, like an owl.
Right. You sit yourself on a sturdy branch and look down, holding your breath, keeping yourself still, not making any sudden movements, and keeping yourself as close to the tree as possible. Takes a few seconds before you start to see them all running past where you were. You have lost them. Within a few minutes, you see as your other companions are kind of brought out. We're going to have to get to what he wishes to do and see how many of them are being brought out. But I know Einar is not fighting back.
Would I be able to acrobatics through the tree line?
No, it's not. It's not that condensed.
When it's safe, could I try and stealthily follow the trail back to my friends so that I could see what's happening and kind of follow? Okay. I hid in the tree and they didn't find me.
Spotlight's on you.
Yeah, you got dragged back to Nick with the leader of the
Well,
barbarians.
He might not have.
No, he said you just said he brought Katray, or he brought.
We're
brought
going to get there in a
Bugs.
second. You wanted to dip out?
Oh, you were gonna dip out. Oh, yeah.
I try to. Yeah.
Dude, if
Yeah.
Katrina and I can both dip out
Roll
of
a
here.
perception roll for me.
Dude, ignore, dude, whatever. Is that a 20?
It's a 15.
15. The food's done. Cooked the food. It's good. You start chewing on it. You really hope that Hakon and Arboris make it back soon so that their stag doesn't get cold. You look off into the distance as you're eating and kind of think, like, man, it's a nice, peaceful morning. You really appreciate it. It's a quiet... It's a still quiet that you haven't had in quite some time. You see, like, an owl, like a snow owl, flutters over to one of the branches and...
So when's it coming?
Hoo, 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 hoo. Just kind of starts making noise.
Just stare at that
Owl kind of looks at you, turns the head around, turns the head back around. Hoo, hoo. You're kind of fixated on this owl, and you don't see in time as a group of humans start to make their way out of the tree line slowly, and they do catch on to you all. And then when it's too late, as people are rushing out with spears and bows, the owl begins to revert into the form of a human female. She walks up to you in a weird broken in a weird like broken comment. You say people of wood are weird, bad? I hear.
I mean,
Not so bad now, huh?
you did just stare at me as an owl for a while.
And look what they did.
And spin your head in a circle.
You will go quietly. I do not need any trouble from you.
I don't like going quietly. Unless I know where I'm going.
Going to our home.
Where? Is it colder there? Is this like a kidnap type thing? Are you gonna kill me? I've killed dragons, I hope you know that. I'm not just like your run-of-the-mill tiefling.
She looks over and starts to speak. Do you know giant?
I don't know.
You don't?
Fuck.
No? What languages do you know?
You speak the same words of my companion. That's, the giant, correct?
No, she's not speaking giant currently. She's about to speak like that broken giant, but there's another language it's mixed with.
Broken giant?
Yeah, like I was saying to them, they speak a language that's unique to them.
But do I know that it's broken?
Well, it depends on what languages you know.
Well, I've heard pieces of giant from Akron
I'm aware.
and Boris. So-
You're right, but since you don't know it, you can't tell that it's giant.
You know,
That's what I'm trying to say. What else do you know? You might be able to pick up on the second half of it.
Draconic.
Draconic? No, it's not that.
Could you imagine if there's
No, what
some
other
language
languages?
in comic book?
Common.
Common, infernal, right?
Look how much you tried to justify.
No, he
that.
didn't.
You're
learn
right.
from-
You didn't take infernal because you were never raised with your parents.
No.
It wasn't infernal. So
What the fuck? They speak in infernal, big bro.
No. It wasn't. You don't know what the language is, so you can't understand it. But she starts speaking to one of the other people, and it's a lot more fluent. And he kind of walks up, just kind of big, brutish looking guy. He's got a few scars over one of his eyes. Yeah.
Whoa, back it up, buddy.
You
Me what?
move,
Me move?
move.
Okay.
You move.
No one tie me up, though. Can I grab my friends?
Yes, they will come with. They move
Are you
too.
sure? How do you know my friends? What do they look like?
Chieftain is with them.
Mom did not tell you to pick me up.
One with big sword.
I don't know you,
Under
stranger
my breath,
danger.
I'll-
I'm not getting in your van.
You're talking about one with big sword.
Yeah.
He is lost pup, to be brought back to den.
Lost pup with the big sword. I'll go.
Move. You make angry.
I'm walking.
Dude, is your character thinking like, if these guys fuck with me, I could just obliterate all of them right now? Like, whatever, I'll just do what they ask me to.
Mission.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
See, Einar kind of leans in as you guys are walking. I would try to be a little less on the confident side.
These guys can
I get that. I know what you're saying. They don't speak common tongue fluently. They don't speak to outsiders. But this is Hakon's tribe, so maybe for the sake of things, let's keep things a little bit calm.
Did you ever kill the
You have to-
giant, buddy?
You have,
When
to,
they see
you, have,
Hakon
you, have
tied
to,
up.
you have to remember his you have to remember his family's here. You don't want to. Let's just play it cool, and let's not start open hostilities. We're not trying to kill them. We're trying to help them. They're being misled. They don't know better. We have to work towards that.
These people.
So just shrug off the bravado. I expect that of the elf, not from you.
I'm sorry.
And Nute's like, what? And he goes, not you, the other one, the other elf.
That one already out there.
Sorry, I killed 2 dragons by myself. So.
Wait
I
a
didn't.
second.
I'm aware. I didn't ask. And they don't.
That's a different
Frankly, they
story
probably
when
don't
the
care.
war is
Now, you guys are brought up to the outskirts of a village, and it's a village that's embedded into the mountains.
Should I roll a stealth?
I'll have you do so in a second.
Okay.
Well, actually, yeah. Go ahead and roll for me, and we'll get to that in a second.
Okay, 25.
Okay. You see a kind of like a massive cliffside that has been built kind of into with these pretty. They're not. There's a lot of stone structures that you see that are carved out of the mountain. So a lot of these like inside the mountain kind of dwellings that look to some degree archaic, and there's a blend of these newer looking buildings that have been constructed out of just timber and wood that's kind of out throughout the mountain range. They bring you right outside. There's a wall that protects the village as it's kind of encircled into the mountain. There's several of these warriors that kind of just stand watch, and it's not like I'd say like a really, really well designed wall. It's not structurally inadequate, but it's got some rough edges to it.
Do those guards at the top, do they have like bows and arrows, or is it crossbows? Or...
It's longbows, like a spear. They're not like really well equipped, yeah. And as you guys are brought out, and you see Hakon's actually standing with another group. He's not bound, neither are you. And you guys kind of all approach at the edge of this tribal encampment. You are well off into the distance. You're able to observe what's going on, but you're not being seen.
So I can talk to him.
Can I?
Mm-hmm.
I wanna whisper in Hakon's ear. I can point at the guy that's like, I think I called you a puppy. That's what I'm saying.
I look at the big guy.
Do you guys-
They call me a puppy.
You actually remember this individual. His name is Hargith, and he was kind of throughout your childhood. He was a little bit of a bully. Now it is kind of common to refer to people in your tribe at young age as pups. But he specifically would call people puppies because it was seen as weaker than a pup.
I just look at Hargith. And I
Looks over at you.
woof. And then I go back to looking forward.
He's kind of like,
What is
I leave that there. I let that
you were
in there.
always
Let
strange,
Let it
Hakon.
marinate. Let it marinate. Yeah, and you were always slow, Hargith.
I'm fast, I can run.
Race me. Avron, let us race.
No, Avron wouldn't let it. Avron doesn't need to
Come on.
let it.
Wait.
Avron is like right behind him and goes, "Do not speak for me.
Let us race.
No. I'm not giving you an opportunity to run. You have things to stand up for."
Alright.
He leans in at this point.
Hargith.
He like speak to you and he's like, "Why did you have to come back? I told you to run. I told you to never come back.
I'm sorry, I know, but this is something I need to do, you know?
But you forced my hand.
You'll see when I explain everything.
I can't save you. There's a duty that's going to be expected of me.
Who's leading everything?
You fucked up.
Who's leading everything now?
I am.
All of this?
I'm in charge. And there's a level from the elders that's expected of me. The judge? Do you really think he's just gonna let everything go?
Well, they're all here, right? Can we all meet? Come on, Hammer.
There's a tribunal that's held for you. I'm to bring you in front of it.
Yes.
I have a plan.
That's all I need. That's all I need. I'm telling you, just let me talk to everyone.
I'm sorry for what I'm gonna have to do. I have to maintain my image. And he punches you in the stomach.
Oh no. Oh.
And like holds on to the back of your head, punches you in the
Never
stomach, and you lean forward.
Does he take damage?
You do take 4 points of damage. And you guys see as after a bit of conversation, just and it catches him. You do take it pretty well, but it does catch you off guard. No more out of you. And out of you! Looks over at Hargith. Oh, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking, would there, like, be any way I could, like, sneak into, like, a tent or a building and, like, take one of their outfits to try and blend in?
You're a bald-headed elf.
I couldn't wear... could I wear something... Could I wear, like, a...
These guys are, like, rugged, like Vikings. There's a vast difference.
I couldn't wear anything that would, like, heavily cover
Yeah, you
my...
could wear stuff, but it would like cover your body, but they're not like robed. They don't have these cloaks. You are missing kind of a key component to what would be keeping you secret.
Which
That'd be
is...
very difficult. Your ears, your head, you have no hair. It'd be very difficult to hide unless you have something. I'm just letting you know ahead of time that that's the obstacle. I'm more than willing to go down this road.
Can I wear the robe underneath all of their clothing and wear it so, like, when I put it all on, then I have the robe covering my ears?
Okay. So I just want to make sure that you can keep your personal cloak on. So this is gonna go over
The
everything.
personal cloak, I want it to go under. So like.
Well, no, everything else would go over it. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
basically you're not gonna change. You're just gonna grab stuff if you find it and put it on.
Yeah, to make myself
Okay.
blend in a little
Go ahead and make a stealth roll for me, please.
26.
26. Need you two to go ahead and make a perception roll.
Oh.
For a bonus.
Who knows?
No, for the dragon in the sky, dude. What?
How did you know?
17 plus 6 is 23.
You hear the.
Oh,
Yeah, Tiamat herself.
what did you say? Is that a 0?
Yeah, it's a 0.
6, actually. Thanks, dude.
What'd you roll?
8.
8. One of the other tribesmen kind of rushes up and moves over to Avron. Chieftain, the elf got away. Could not find him.
That's hurt my feelings. Typical.
Kind of you see as Avron looks at you a bit, like off to the side and looks at you
Like angrily?
angrily. And he unsheaths his club and without hesitation cracks it up the side of this guy's head.
Hagons?
No, the tribesman, and it hits him right upside the head. He gets knocked to the ground, blood spewing from this side of the head. Failure is not an option.
Jesus. You beat his ass.
Yeah, he's like covering onto the head, blood dripping down.
He got Fred Flintstone.
You're just gonna walk up to him.
Yeah,
There's a few guys that come to pick him up and help him into the village, but
this is how you get them on our side.
I know, but like in front of the big thing, dude.
Dude, you can take a punch.
Avron walks back up to
Yeah,
you.
but
Your elf friend. Where did he go?
Me? I watched him run off yonder.
Get him.
Damn it. Okay, let me think. No, I don't even know how I can get him. Unless... Because I can't put clairvoyance on a person, right? He wants me to go out
On an
and
object, though.
Huh? On an object?
Right?
At about this point, you've snuck your way through. You sneak over the wall, make your way on the inside of the camp, of the encampment.
What does it look like to me?
Right now, it's a series of small, kind of like leathered tents that are probably big enough for 1 or 2 people to be in, and a mixture of these wooden, like carved wooden houses, like log cabins almost. They're interwoven. There's a bigger tent that is right outside where the mountain part of the village, because again, there's a lot of these like stone dwellings that have been carved into the mountain. There is a bigger tent that's just a bit outside of that, but that's not really close to where you are right now.
In any of the tents, could I have also found maybe like a piece of like cloth or like just like fur that had been messed like in the tannery a little bit, like just something to cover my face, but I still wanted to have that kind of like brutish, like their style, you know, like I want to find it from them, like not just take a piece of cloth.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me, please.
Okay, just so I can get if I can get my face covered too, I feel like it'd make it a lot safer.
10. You're not able to find anything that would adequately cover your face, but given a few, you just move a bit of articles of clothing around, and you're able to find a set of furs that you feel like would cover your torso pretty well. And I mean, looking at you're able to find some leathered pants, like stag hide pants.
That at least help a little bit to
helps a little bit.
Like
with
I
unmasking.
don't look perfectly in balance with everyone here, but
It's like a skinny kid in a big poncho.
Fair enough. I am.
Just go back.
Yeah, you got it.
Guys.
No.
I'm going.
No. Modelo's. No. Modelo's are good.
But what would you call that in D&D?
I'm going to.
Ale. Yes, what are you gonna do?
It's Halo time. Halo Demo.
You also, by the way, don't know where Ouroboros would have gone.
Yeah, I look at Aberon
He ran
and
off.
I go, listen, he's a monk trained in hiding and evading. I'm not gonna be able to find him. But listen, he ran. Prey runs. You catch prey with a trap. Just set a trap. Leave the other elf here by himself. Put some guards hiding around and wait for him to show up. He'll try and save him.
Put the other elf in a bone cage. You see Nute goes, dude!
Just for now, new tail. I'll come back.
I'm gonna set a.
You see Einar's like... They grab Nute by the arms and kind of gets pulled off, and they take him into the encampment.
I'm gonna set fire to the tent and then run along all the way to the backside.
What do you have to set fire?
Explorer's pack?
What's in your Explorer's pack?
Fuck. Can I Google what's in the Explorer's pack?
Go for it.
Wouldn't they have like a fire lit?
Imagine having spells.
Potentially. I just want to make sure.
Okay.
Just for
Oh, yeah? I want the... What
Tinderbox.
A tinderbox?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to light the tinderbox, and then like, would it look like there's more of like a main building or like something that maybe like the higher ups would have taken him?
There's a bigger tent that's by the stone dwellings, but you'd have to make your way there first.
Okay, well then I'm going to light this tent on fire and then try to just kind of like blend in, kind of like sneak my way to the back side of the tent.
Which tent are you lighting on fire? The small one that
The
you're by?
one that I kind of just looted.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival roll. Because we're working with a tinderbox, so you have to actually start a
28.
fire.
I have a plus 10. I'm
Okay.
proficient.
Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
Okay, I'm going to
know
use
what
my
that
last
song is.
inspiration because that is not okay.
Is it really? No way.
14.
Just him? Nah.
14?
Yeah.
No way.
Okay. You're able to start the fire. The fire catches, but in the process of it, you make a little bit of noise. Let's see. There are actually some people that are out of sight, but they're not out of earshot. So let's see if they hear that with a 14. They do hear that. So you
I'm gonna
hear
run
as
before they come.
as you light it and the sparks catch and you see the embers starting to pick up. You do a quick like
And then run,
get the
and
fire.
let me run. Let
And
me
you-
fucking run.
At that point, you hear, "Hey, did you hear something?" That catches your attention, so you immediately perk up and then book it. I'm either gonna have you make a
Dash.
stealth roll at disadvantage,
Okay.
because it depends on where you're trying to go from here. If you're trying to make your way to that tent, it's gonna be a little bit difficult. If you're just trying to dip out of the camp, I would let you dash for that, but you'd still need to make a stealth roll at disadvantage so that the people outside don't see you. So either way, it's a stealth roll at disadvantage. I just gotta know which way you're going.
I'm going towards the tent, the big tent.
Okay, go ahead and make that stealth roll.
Disadvantage, right?
It's not the best time.
Yeah, disadvantage.
215, so 25.
Nice. You are, for the most part... That hit my pencil. That was a nat 20, but I'm going to be fair on this one.
Oh, thank God. Thank you, Ethan. That 20's like...
You're able to make your way in and out of people noticing you. You do see there's a couple children who run over to try to see what's going on. The fire catches quite quickly. A small plume of smoke begins to rise from inside the settlement. One of the villagers, you hear like, "Fjord! Fjord!" They're speaking in that language that they have.
enough of them seem
Averon
distracted.
looks over immediately at you. Immediately looks at you and goes,
No, man.
"You think that's him?
Yeah, I think it's him.
Get him. That's the only thing that'll help me."
Alright. And then I go to go.
And he goes, he's gonna go with you.
Oh, goodness.
Also, Ethan, I'm prefacing my intentions to you. If I see Hakon because of his attempt to try and fuck me over when I was trying to leave, I've no and if I see him coming out here to get because did they give him his sword?
They never took it.
So you still have it?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I see him come out like that, I am for sure I'm not gonna try and talk to him.
Hakon's
You are not
in
a
the
kid.
sheath, dude.
You are not a.
He's in the sheath.
All right, we'll see what happens. Never mind. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, let's play this out and see what
Okay.
goes on. We have a whole adventure to continue.
Okay.
I need you to make a survival roll for me, because you're gonna have to try to. You guys rush over to where the fire was started, and the goal is to try to pick up on the trail.
Did all of them go or just Hakon?
Just Hakon and Averon. The rest are outside. And you guys are actually being brought into the camp, and are being brought near the bone cage where they put Nute, just so that they have you in an area where they know.
I'm going to 17.
17. No, you're unable to pick onto Arboris's tail. He's got a light step, and so it makes it difficult in snow to really in any type of like foot trail. Like it's really difficult to find it because he's got a really light step. It's quick, so he doesn't really leave a lot of depressions into the ground that you can trace.
Could I cut a little tear into the back of the tent and peek through? Stealth.
Make a sleight of hand roll.
Fuck. 14.
14. I'll roll that in here. Yeah, you cut a small hole and you look in and you see it is what appears to be some form of like a talking space, a meeting space, and there's roughly 6 older human individuals. There's 5 males and 1 female that are in this room.
Are they?
And they seem to be kind of talking amongst each other in this weird language.
Are they in here?
No, not at all.
Well, he speaks giant, though.
Yeah, so it is a bit of it. It's like broken giant.
Do any of them look? They all look pretty strong.
Well, they look physically fit.
Yeah.
They're just a little bit for humans. They're a bit older. You notice the gray hair. They're not decrepit. Probably you estimate by the standard at which humans age, they're anywhere in their 40s to 50s, and if they're in their late 50s, they're really good for their age. So
Okay.
yeah, they're just speaking amongst each other, and it's like Fior Bazakir Akon. Hakon Brokti Timur Radagast.
Can I try to stealthily cut a hole into the tent?
Yeah, make a slight hand check at disadvantage.
I think when you do the zipper really slow.
See? Okay, 20, unnatural 20.
Okay. You rolled a 19. You are able to cut a hole slowly, using when they do speak amongst each other, especially some of the louder voices, to give you some room. You cut a hole, you make your way in, you're behind a pretty decent sized wooden chair. Your frame is crouched. Not a lot of room to maneuver in this room.
I'm gonna grab the dragon tooth dagger, and I'm going to... Is there like, Okay, I feel like I need to preface this that my character has no genuine intent, and so I guess they could insight roll me to see if I'm really willing to do this, but because I would not actually do this. But I'm going to like grab, like, is there like a woman chair holder or something?
There's one female in this room.
Does she look like she's head honcho?
No, she doesn't look like she's in
Does
charge.
the head honcho look strong, like physically?
The men look physically stronger, but they're bigger. They're bigger than she is. She still looks very, very fit. Like she is muscular, very muscular as a woman, but they are just naturally, they're just bigger than her.
I'm gonna stealthily sneak up behind the woman, and I'm gonna put the blade to her throat, and say...
Make a stealth roll. Make a stealth roll.
Okay. But I'd like to say something as I put...
Fucking 2.
19.
You do so.
Okay.
You catch the room off guard.
Can I say something before they react?
Yeah, you catch the room off guard, and they're all kind of shocked as you move out of the way, grabbing this woman. You have the dragon tooth dagger drawn. I'm assuming to her neck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to wood without my permission. I'm gonna go hide behind these chairs. I want you to tell the gods to not let anyone else in until we're done talking, and maybe we can end this peacefully.
You see the lead man, who makes himself appear to be leading, as he makes one step up. Dolphin brought to coward.
I'm gonna press the blade.
Do you hear words?
Yes.
You are weak man to attack woman.
Can I press the blade deep enough into her neck just to draw blood so that to get him to shut up and do what I'm trying to tell him to do?
Do it. She got caught weak. Do it. Don't joke.
Can I insight him?
Sure.
If he's serious. Yo, is he for real, bro? Oh, fuck. 25.
25? You definitely get a feel as if he's goading you into, like he's giving you the room to do, like he's telling you to do it. So you don't see as if he's lying to you, but you do detect that he does have a level of care for this person. So it's not like he's doing so coldly.
Okay, I have a better idea then. I'm going to grab this lady's hair, and I'm going to because that's like something that would piss off a guy who respects the beauty of their women, is like if I I'm not scalp her, but almost like humiliate her because he has care. I can tell he has care for this woman.
I don't think you want to go down this road.
You don't think so? Okay.
If your goal is to humiliate one of the elders in front of the remainder of the elders, I do not know if that's a route you want to go down.
Okay. Let me.
These do look like they are older, and this seems like an important room. I'll allow you to draw the conclusion that these do seem to be important members of the tribe.
Let me reapproach this then.
No.
Listen, you lie and I can tell. I don't plan to do anything bad here unless you guys act unreasonable. Alright? So don't let anyone else in here until we're done talking.
Treeable? Your words are big.
If we can work together, nothing bad will happen. If we can work as two, nothing bad can happen.
You see like a level of anger kind of nestle for a second.
You took my friends. The tiefling, the human, and the other human.
I know none of this. You took
a man wearing the skull of a cat, a big cat.
Chieftain Avron.
He kidnapped Hakon and brought him here.
You see everyone kind of perks up at that point. Huh? Hakon!
And my friends.
I know friends. Hakon is one that we want.
Let Hakon go.
No. Do it.
I'm not gonna let her go until they let Hakon go. We're gonna be at
you're gonna be at a weird stalemate for a second.
I'm going to say, keep Hakon, let my other friends go, and I will leave.
No.
Barbarians are so fucking stupid, dude. Fuck.
You do tell he is quite stubborn. He's a very stubborn man. That's all. I was banking on that one.
I know you have.
No.
You don't know me, but we've killed dragons before, and I can cause a lot more harm here if you do not abide by my reasonable request, by my easy requests, my small requests. My small ask.
Axe?
Question.
Question.
Let my friends go, or I will kill more people than her.
No. You die. She die, you die.
You die.
No.
What
How about
happens?
this part? I need you to make another survival
I
roll.
refuse.
What happens if I like slowly just try and leave the tent with her, like through my little hole?
They'll somewhat follow you, but they'll do so at a pace, like at a distance. 12?
12.
Still have no idea.
Okay, then I'm going to do that.
Okay, they kind of start to follow at a slow pace. Their weapons do get drawn at this point as you're starting to move.
No commotion?
After he makes it out of the tent, I imagine there'd be people that see him.
Commotion.
So yeah, after a second, there is a bit of a commotion. It draws your attention. There's really not much room to maneuver, so you do have this elder at knife blade. Hakon, as you run up to where the commotion is at, you see Arboris standing.
I've got grandma with a knife to her throat, dude.
You see Arboris standing with a dragon's tooth dagger held up against the throat of your mother.
What? Dude, you're telling me I got a throat to Hakon's mom right now?
Who you haven't seen in
This
quite
looks
some
really
time.
bad. Dude, this looks really bad. Dude, Hakon's really not gonna trust me after this.
Why is my mom here? Mom? Let go of my mom! And then I rage and I start booking it towards
Hakon, I will kill her if you come near me.
No, I keep going towards him.
What is it?
Do we get to roll initiative? Can I make it an action here? Can I surprise him?
How are you gonna
roll this?
How? I'm gonna
You
use
need
his
to
mom
roll
as a
this.
shield.
I'm gonna have you guys go ahead and roll
You
initiative.
do some shit. I'm gonna make you stab your mom, and you're gonna
hold on.
regret this.
Remember, just to adjudicate this at the table, Remove the spirit of PvP. This is a story. This is a crucial moment. This is a very crucial moment.
Huh?
But we are gonna play this out.
I'm gonna make you stab your fucking mom
Please
if you
don't.
do this.
Please don't. That's not a good route to go down. What I'm saying is let's remove the spirit of PvP. This is a very crucial moment. It's a very narrative moment. So let's try to do this very, very carefully. But let's do this.
Can I roll initiative?
I will let you.
Are you gonna attack me?
Dude, you're trying to kill someone.
I didn't know it was his fucking mom. And
That's fair. That's fair. You didn't know. You're kind of in a cop position. I
Did
get
you know
that.
it was his mom?
No.
Then you obviously knew I didn't know it was his fucking mom.
Well, he yelled, "My mom!" So I'm like, "Whoa!"
Dude,
what
you
the
just got kidnapped, bro.
He's actually not bound. It's
Okay,
only Nute that's
but you
in jail.
brought
I'm
there,
not attacking any of you guys. My goal is to keep his mom
bro.
alive. That's my goal.
Okay, so what'd you roll?
What are we rolling?
Yeah.
Initiative?
Yes.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, I'll have you roll as well.
13 or an 8. Yeah, I rolled a 26.
For initiative?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, you're gonna stab your mom, bro.
Who says he's swinging blades?
I got a 23.
Damn, I got 18.
Fuck you, Katrina.
Okay. Hakon, you are up first.
You're not emotionally
So,
attached to this.
Arboris has a blade.
Dude, why
to
am I
your
always
mother's
caught on
throat.
the shit end of the stick?
You were the one that decided to go down this route.
Katrain never
You did it
sides
there.
with me, dude. He always sides
He-
with Nick, bro.
I don't think Lux would go this far. He's not as, I would say,
Lux. Oh,
creative.
Lux is holy.
He's not as creative in this regard.
Lux is holy.
When the metaphorical shit hits the fan, your creative side comes out, and I love it.
So,
It creates moments like these. These are this is going to be a very, this will be a moment we will remember for quite some time.
Yeah. We ready? We ready?
I am ready. You are up
Okay.
first.
First of all, I want a bonus action rage.
Okay.
And I want my warriors to come out and
Yep.
just stand right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna pull a little stick out of my bag. It's called the Wand of Fear. And I'm gonna cast the command spell on Aboris. So that'll
I
be-
forgot you had that.
It's a DC 15.
He hasn't touched that.
Wait, command?
It's a wisdom save.
It's command?
Yeah.
What's the command word?
Grovel.
Wait, is it charmed or...
No, it's not considered. Is it considered a charm? He does have advantage against those.
This wand has 7.
No, read the
let me-
command
hang on.
spell. Because it's a
Yeah.
it's a compellment.
It's an enchantment. Is Cone of Fear an enchantment?
Well, they're going to be considered enchantments.
They
But
are?
I'm asking is if it's a charm. So like Cone of Fear is a frighten. He doesn't have advantage on frightened. He has advantage on charms as an elf.
How do you know if it's a charm? Like, what-
It'll say the target has been charmed.
The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn.
Okay, so it's not a charm. So no, you don't have advantage. But that is a good question to ask. So I'll give you an inspiration dice just for trying to clarify that. This is the type of spell that you'd wish to do that with.
You said that.
It's a wisdom save.
Okay, I'm using my inspiration. Okay, I got a 17.
17. So you do succeed. It's a DC 15. And he pulls out this wand that you forgot that he had, because I forgot that he had it
No one
for quite some
remembered that
time. And as he points it at you, you know Hakon is not. He's not
Hakon's waving a
capable.
wand around.
He's not capable in the magical arts, but he uses this, and you realize that you know it's coming. This isn't a quick fire. He's not. There's a lot that preempts the ability to avert that command, that compulsion, and so you do not have to grovel on your turn, which would have forced you to drop down to your knees. That's your action, I'm assuming,
Yeah, and my bonus action.
and your bonus action. So he stands.
But I'm gonna use my movement to walk right up to him.
Okay, he gets square up. The only thing that separates you from him is his captive mother. You're up next.
Hakon, I didn't know this was your mom. Alright, I didn't mean to do anything bad here except save my friends that your family has apparently kidnapped. Alright? So here, you want her, take her. I'm going to shove her into Nick. I'm going to take the attack. I'm going to take the attack action from Nick for disengaging, and I'm going to bolt it over the wall.
He's willing to take an attack of opportunity from you.
Can I grapple with an attack of opportunity?
I let the other guys do it, so I will say yes. So you have to make an athletics roll to hit his armor class, which is not 24 at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit that though. Wait, do I get advantage?
You do, because you're raging.
I'll take that.
I'm pissed.
Nice. Yeah, it's still probably not gonna hit though, dude. What is it? You said athletics?
Athletics.
So 26.
That hits.
What do you mean?
I forgot my.
Yeah, so he pushes your mother into you, and you instinctually just push her out of the way.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right, well then can I, wait.
Not like a force like thrower, but you push her out of the way.
I didn't know I could get grappled. If I can get grappled, can I spend a key point to disengage? I didn't know because grappling will ruin everything that I want to do. Because
I'm aware, but we are 14th level. So no, I'm gonna say since the play was already called.
But that's not a monk thing. That's a barbarian thing.
To grapple?
Well, I don't have strength. How was I supposed to know that grappling is you can do it on a reaction?
That's fair. But normally what he's doing is I'm allowing him to substitute his attack, because you can use your attacks to make grapples. That's a part of the attack action. You can substitute those.
But it's like, fuck, man. How am I supposed to beat a fucking plus fucking 6 or plus fucking 8 or whatever?
We'll see how this plays out.
Or plus 10.
We'll see how this plays out. So he does grapple you, prevents you from moving.
Oh.
After he kind of pushes his mom out of the way, and you're able to, you grab him by the back of his robes, and you flip him immediately around. And hold on to like one of his arms.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, one of his arms, and he holds on to one of your arms and he grips tightly onto it.
So then, I still have 2 actions. Well, I still have 1 action and my bonus action.
You do still have
Because I didn't do anything.
You're right. You still have an action. I'll say it was your free action to let go, to push her out. So you still have an action and a bonus
Wouldn't
action.
that have given him the not advantage because I pushed his mom into him?
It's because he's raging.
No, but hear me out. Wouldn't it make it normal? If we're face and face this close, and I have your mom, and I shove your mom into you, and I go to run, isn't that going to impede the process of swinging at me? And that could even it out so that he wouldn't have grappled me?
I would say if his immediate concern is 100% focused on his mother, and it's not. It's focused on you. So that is a very good argument, though. Okay. So I will give you a point of inspiration for that.
Okay, I'm trying, man.
Very good argument.
If I want to flavor roll it, my guardians caught my mom, though, because they were right next to me.
Okay.
My ball cock.
You do have an action. You have an action. You have an action and a bonus action.
Okay, well, I'm going to use my bonus action to I'm gonna use. How do I get? So I do a dex roll to get out of this.
If you're trying to break free, you can choose athletics or dex. It is contested.
Okay, I'm gonna do dex.
Okay.
So what?
Athletics roll.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's contested.
Fuck my life.
27.
You have advantage because you're raging.
Oh.
Wait, so does he add his proficiency?
29.
He has his he's proficient in athletics, and he's got advantage on this roll. He's got like a plus 10.
Dude, how am I supposed to?
Or no, he's got a plus 11. It's very difficult. He's a very, very big man. You just have to roll a natural 20. I know. That sounds terrible.
That's it.
That sounds terrible.
Just
It could happen. We'll see. But we'll see how it goes. And Lux, at about this point, I'll say you're up here. So you see kind of what's happening in the immediate space to not give you too much distance. Okay? We'll move on to Lux.
Why my bonus action? So I'll fucking sucker punch him in the cock, so my AC raises by 2.
We'll punch him in the face.
All right.
Punch him in the face.
All right.
Remember, remove the spirit of PvP. We are here. I know this is a very tense situation. Remove the spirit of PvP. It's a very crucial moment.
24.
24. Does 24 hit?
25, actually.
that hits, yeah.
It does hit. Go ahead and roll some damage. You are raging, so it'll take half.
Even if it counts as magical?
You're right. It does not.
9. 9
Okay,
damage.
take 9 points of damage as he punches you with a key-empowered fist right in the stomach. Lux, it is your turn. You've seen all of this transpire.
Did Mom draw blood from the
Nope. Oh, she did actually. He did. He made a point to draw blood.
I just want to run up to her and heal her.
Bro, she's got
She-
a little fucking
Yeah,
water
she
droplet.
kind of shies off for a second, kind of backs up, but you do get the heal.
It's okay.
Dude,
Mom.
she's got a little water droplet of blood coming
Yeah,
down
but-
her throat.
It's our friend's mom.
What about me, dude? You guys just got kidnapped by them.
That's friend v.
Dude, I don't
can't
understand
make
what
this.
battles you choose to side on, dude. I don't understand what
I'm not
hills.
choosing a side. I'm choosing to assist.
Okay,
my
but
friend's
you're- but-
mom.
okay.
If it was your mom, I'd do the same thing.
But I'm in here to assist all of you.
Well, I mean, you have the whole village going against you.
It's also
But-
So
not
you
hard
heal?
to
So you
tell
heal?
at home.
What would Lux do next?
Can I attempt?
This is a very tense situation.
It's also fair to look at the situation.
Hold on. There's not a lot of room to keep butting in and out unless it's going to turn into a discussion. So I got to know what you're going to do.
I want to try and break up the.
How so?
You can't talk a lot because it's combat, huh?
It depends on how you're going about it.
How you gonna
Again,
break me off
depends.
I'm holding that arm.
I just can't have like the back and forth right now because everything's going to happen quickly. We got to get this figured out so I can gauge where this is going.
Calm down, guys. We just got here, and we're already fighting amongst each other. Jesus Christ. Your mom already drew blood.
You mean my mom's bleeding?
Not anymore.
Oh, you mean when I come back here to try and save you all?
Let's all calm down.
You know me. Do you think I would have actually harmed this lady and now you guys have put me in the middle of your mess?
Well, she was bleeding.
Look how much blood it was. It was clearly a facade.
Bleeding's bleeding.
Listen, let me go and let me get out of here. You guys clearly are happy to be here, so I will let you stay here, but I will not be in this town anymore.
Well, I mean, it's less of a town, more of a kind of tense situation.
Fucking
Maybe we just, hear him out. This is Hakon's old family. I'm interested.
Oh, nothing like a family reunion, like being tied up. Where's Nute? Huh?
Nute's in a cage.
Oh yeah, great, perfect. Nothing like a family reunion by being brought, but I should be the respectful and kind one because it's his family, right? Even though they're bringing us tied up.
Nute willingly sat in that cage to lure you in because you ran initially.
Oh, you mean like when they surrounded all 8 of us and then they said that you need to be punished? But you keep all these secrets from us and expect me to know everything, Hakon. I don't know what's going on here.
We didn't get tired.
We don't.
You just told me that Nute is in a cage.
Nute's in a cage.
And they were definitely looking
Still
like
not tied up.
they were definitely looking like they were gonna tie me up or something. They had us surrounded.
Well, did you run?
Yes, of course I ran.
Well, then they have a reason to do
What?
it. Why are you worried?
Why do I need to follow
There's
them?
a bunch of outside people. You killed dragons.
You guys, I'm done arguing with you all. Kill me if you must, or
I'm trying to reason, okay?
there's no reason. You're just telling me to submit to them.
Well, we'll see where it's going, I mean, they're not really gonna hurt us. I'm maybe not pull a knife out on your friend's mom.
How was I
That's
supposed
all
to
I'm
know?
saying. I understand
Lux.
where you're coming from, the whole, it's kind of like a soft kidnapping.
Lux, if I want any leverage in getting my friends back, I need to have something I can leverage with, and that was my leverage.
What's your alignment?
Mine?
Yeah.
It's neutral good.
Yeah, change it to neutral.
Okay, neutral.
Change it to neutral.
All right. All right.
You can continue. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I could jot that.
I don't have anything else to say to that.
Maybe our first intent should be, hostile. Take hold of the situation. We can kind of just flow down the river. When shit hits the fan. We fight our way out like we usually do.
Yeah, so let's walk into the beast of the belly. While
Are you worried?
Well, I prefer to not put myself into these situations or into a situation that I don't know what I'm going into.
Again, were you absent for all the conversations where we talked about coming to my home?
Were you absent where your family surrounded you and threatened us? What you act like you when I bring this up, you act like it never happened or like it has no merit, and you just say this is my family. Well, your family doesn't mean shit. The lady that is jealous that she's not my mother tried killing me. Family means so little at this point. But you claim onto the handle of family when these people have brought you in with the only pre-connotation of aggression. But you treat me like I'm some animal for walking in here and trying to save you all.
Well, when we go to meet your parents, I'll make sure to set your buildings on fire.
I don't want to.
Your
No,
leaders
seriously,
by the throat with a blade.
dude.
At least you
Seriously, I don't want to have this call. I'm not talking to them anymore in game. There's nothing else I have to say. They're looking at this from purely their own perspective. So there's nothing more Boris has to say to them.
Okay. Alright.
But I'm not ending combat. I'm still trying to get out of here. I'm not letting them take me.
I think what we'll do is we'll take a 5-minute break. And we'll get back to this in just a second. Is what we'll
For
do.
a 5-minute
What
break?
time is it right now?
33.
9:33?
Yes,
Actually,
sir.
this is the perfect place to leave off
No
for next
way.
week.
No, right here?
We'll leave off a bit early.
Uh,
Yeah, because we'll wanna get into this next week. So we'll leave this off. We'll leave this off a bit early. This also gives us time to have
but
Nute
Omar-
here.
Omar still won't. But
Yeah.
Is he here though? Where is he at?
It'll have I put him in the bone cage because we don't have Omar here presently, but it'll give us time to also have him available. So this will be the perfect time to leave off. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and hold off for this week, and we will see where this moment carries us. Thank you guys so much again for spending the time, whether you're watching us on YouTube or you're watching us live. We really appreciate you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Have a good one.
Everyone have a good night.
Right.
See you all
If you
next
got
time.
surrounded by the guy who